the flow. My first podcast.
Oh, where? First podcast?
Yeah.
Introduce yourself then, big guy.
I'm the kid. Now if I ever like get a little bit of numbers on TikTok, or not TikTok, like just in general, this is gonna be my bio on Tinder, and I don't give a fuck. I'm keeping this shit forever. You've probably used my song on TikTok, and that's it. Straight up. You probably used my song on TikTok, and then they go swipe right. Oh, what song is it?
Hello? It's these niggas again. They're just talking.
But welcome to the podcast. This is
Welcome back.
All right, nigga, don't interrupt me. I was introducing, bruh. Got on me last time for the introduction. Anyways, this is the Just Talking Podcast. We got our guest, the kid.
Yo, this is the kid.
What do you do?
You know, I make music. Also known as music.
Music.
Nah, I
On
rap.
what?
I was about to get to that. Damn, thanks for cutting me off.
You're welcome.
Nah, I rap. I'm from Newport News. Just shout out 757. You know, rep it. You can find my music, Apple Music, Spotify. Or if you don't got that and you broke, that's all good. We support everyone who's broke. We support the hustle. Catch me on SoundCloud. But if you look me up on Spotify and Apple Music, I'm the number one suggestion when you type in THA space KID. So go bump that shit.
All right. So let's get started. So the first topic at hand, the whole J. Cole and No Name thing. Now, just in case people don't know, so there was a whole debacle, and it especially blew up on Twitter. It was like No Name had tweeted out, if I can find the tweet, but for now I'll just summarize it. No Name basically tweeted out, oh shit, she apologized. I didn't know this, but
Yeah.
he tweeted out that the top selling artist whose discography is all about like the black struggle and everything still haven't posted a tweet and all that. And obviously, I don't care what anyone says. It was directed at J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar.
And Kendrick, yes,
Yeah.
because those are two of the, like when you talk about the biggest artists, like the big three of our generations, really J. Cole, Kendrick, and then
Drake.
the third is, yeah, you could say Drake.
That's what I was thinking.
Or it could be interchanged, but I mean, yeah, when she said that, I
mean,
immediately
who
thought
else
about
besides Drake, real quick?
Are you going to say Travis?
No. I would say somebody like you could throw Joey in there. I know people have sometimes thrown like
I think you have to throw Drake in there. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you have
Drake's like
to.
the number one.
Yeah, you'd
he's
have
the
to.
best selling one right now.
Yeah,
And then
just saying
also,
personally.
you're always going to hear the Kendrick versus J. Cole debate. So I feel like those are 2 and 3, and they could be interchangeable, honestly.
Yeah. So when she said that,
people are putting Kendrick up.
yeah. So she said that, I immediately thought, I didn't think Drake for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
Drake doesn't have this mostly black struggle
Right.
discography, so
Right.
I don't think
So-
I can think of a song where he talks about black struggles for the most part.
I can't either, and that's a whole nother story or a whole nother,
I don't think
topic.
you got the right to, but off it.
So, what do you mean? His father's black.
Yeah, but Drake, he was raised like, you know,
Yeah, he wasn't really raised
privileged,
by
I
his
guess.
father.
Like he was on TV before he even started doing numbers.
I mean, yeah,
We're like-
still, but I mean, that's still no reason to speak up and speak out.
Well, okay, I get those. You know what I'm talking about, gang.
But
Go ahead.
yeah, so then J. Cole released it. Honestly, this is a beautiful track. I don't care what anyone says about that either. Snow on the Bluff. That was a
Yes,
beautiful
it
track.
was a good track. It was a good track. I honestly, I ain't gonna hold you though. I like No Name's track better.
Really?
Mhm.
I actually haven't heard her, so I'd be interested to hear what she
Well,
says.
my God, I don't know. I don't know if I can really like a 1 minute track that really wasn't like, I don't know, like Mad Libs obviously went off. Like if you like it better just because the beat, I can't blame you.
Pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, but
I mean, Stone the
that's
Bluff,
Mad
there was no
Lib.
beat. Yeah,
That was
Mad Lib, one of the
not No
greats.
Name. So just say you like Mad Lib. Nah, I'm kidding. Ah, shit. We should have prefaced this first. So let me
Preface it
this.
now.
Yeah, I'm about to do it right now. Because, like, if this joint end up doing some type of numbers,
Hey, got to.
we get like 3 plays.
Exactly. Hey, you hit 2 on the other podcast. Let's get a 3 because you gotta guess.
Yes,
Yeah, they're all three from to be from us. The hell?
No cap.
Hey, yo, bump it on YouTube so I can actually get some money though.
Hey, physics.
Facts. Yeah, but
But now, what I was saying is that let me prefix because like I feel as though, especially a majority of the girls who are defending No Name on Twitter don't even listen to No Name because I've tried to put so many girls on the No Name, and they don't. Like, I remember I tried to put I'm not gonna say her name, but Nigel, you know, Zoe, you know your girl.
oh
Your girl.
my god!
put
All
her-
right, okay.
I tried to put that girl on but she was like, no, it's just not the same and all that bullshit. But so I tried to put her on. I tried to put a whole bunch of other girls on, but like girls don't want to listen to like
To
that
No
type-
Name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They want to listen to the City Girls and Meg and
Cardi B.
yeah, Cardi B.
Fuck all that.
You know the people that like make them into sexual objects that they say that they shouldn't be treated as. But that's
They
all.
want to listen to the dirty pussy people. That's all I have to. That's how I feel about city girls. I feel like they stink. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's no way that what are they? JT and
JT.
Miami. There's no way that they don't stink. There's no way. I'm sorry, but
Facts.
yeah, it is kind of funny that's like all they listen to, and some of it's okay. Like I get it. It's supposed to be like representing female empowerment, you know.
Yeah.
So good, good on them. But some of it is just outright dirty. So
Yeah.
I can get behind it.
Oh no, man! Because the only response I've ever heard to like the whole girls listen to No Name or girls listen to Cardi B and shit is like how they talk about like rappers always rapping about like their dick and shit. I'm like, yeah. But I feel as though like the rappers that really be like only talking about that dirty shit, it's usually the girls that I know that are listening to it more than like, at least for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I don't be listening to like a lot of those like trap twerk songs like that. I go to a party, I'm like, all right, I recognize these songs, but like if you told me to sing the lyrics, I probably wouldn't. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah. Unless I'm under the influence.
Then Nige just be going crazy.
Hey, you might talk about Nige, but they don't know about the kid when he be sipping his sip. You know what I'm talking about.
They don't want to know about the kid.
Jesus Christ.
Like I think Nige will still be getting.
I'm sorry?
Huh?
I don't know.
All right.
You okay?
He got in his bag real quick. He said,
my aunt entered the room. I'm going to cut that part out.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Shit, what was I talking about earlier?
I don't know. You were talking about something about being at a party, dirty pussy,
yeah.
JT.
Yeah, so we were talking about you.
Oh, okay, yep.
About, cause I feel as though Nye still be getting nightmares about what you be doing to him, bro.
Whoa,
hey, it was one time.
It's
my man Mally had a story too.
Yeah, hey. Bro, you got to get out here me too'd by dudes.
Damn,
but I'm off it.
So yeah, I mean, back to
J. Cole's No Name.
J. Cole No Name. Yeah, you were talking about you trying to put girls on a No Name.
Yeah, like I don't know, girls just are not like as receptive to at least some of the ones that I've talked to. They're not as receptive to like I guess an intellectual like black woman rapper. It's weird to me. I didn't really understand it, but they be doing what they do. Yeah. But like going back to like the song that J. Cole did, like look, if we're gonna say that No Name wasn't talking about J. Cole, because there was a whole bunch of tweets that literally said J. Cole, No Name didn't even name drop J. Cole, so J. Cole shouldn't have. So J. Cole was obviously felt like he didn't do enough, and so he was her. I'm like, nah, it was obvious who she was talking about. Like that, like if we use that argument, we can use the same argument for Snow on the Bluff.
Yeah.
So I that was a foolish argument, and Snow on the Bluff makes more sense because there was like more than just No Name calling him out. There was like hella people for some reason calling out him and Kendrick for not posting a fucking tweet as if they always on social media.
Well, yeah, that's my thing is that they're calling them out, but Kendrick and J. Cole, they're in the fields. Like, they don't have to talk about it. They're living it. They live it every day, as two black rappers. So, and then obviously they have extensive discography about those issues. So
J. Cole even released a documentary. Sorry to cut you
I'm
off,
saying,
like,
no, you're okay. Because it got me kind of hot. I was like, so you want J. Cole and Kendrick to get on Instagram and post a black square and, hashtag Blackout Tuesday, but I mean, these guys, they're still out here protesting. Like, just because you don't see people
protesting more than like other people, like they're like basically every time they drop an album, it's a protest.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't just say, oh, because they're not posting, they're not doing anything. Now, yes, I do understand that, the reason you post is to spread awareness.
Yeah.
But there's other ways to spread awareness rather than just posting on Twitter or Instagram.
Or it's more effective ways.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then J. Cole and Kendrick are two bad examples because they don't use social media that much as it is. I can see if it was someone who was very active on social media. Right, like Drake. So,
Drake, and the worst part about, I like that she called out them, but it's like, I feel as though no one brings attention to the fact that 6ix9ine posted something, took it off his story because he was getting a whole bunch of hate, and then never posted anything about it again. Like,
he's a different thing. But kind of going off,
nobody wants to point that out. Like, it's a Hispanic person saying the N-word, all of that. Like, but it's just fine. I don't get it.
There's some people who obviously look down on that, but I don't understand it either, especially in this climate.
And I kind of wanted to go off like what Nige is saying. I feel the way, like, even though, you are a celebrity and people might say you have an obligation to go and post on social media about the issues, like, we know them, and, kind of like what you were saying, Nige, they don't need to do that because, well, obviously those pictures of them, like, out protesting, but, their discography is all about that. And social media doesn't, like determine everything. So if you didn't post the black square, that doesn't mean you don't support the movement. And just because you did post a black square doesn't mean you also support the movement. I bet you there was a lot of people who posted that black square just
so they didn't get hate. Yeah.
Exactly. But in reality, they're the people yelling all lives matter or blue lives matter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why in the beginning I did, I was one of the people who was really posting on my story all this stuff. And then I kind of realized, it's good to get awareness out there. You're only getting the same awareness out to the same group of people unless you're consistently getting a lot of followers and all that. And it really wasn't doing much.
That's the point, though.
This is what Jacob was getting to, but continue.
Well, all I was going to say was, instead of I stopped kind of posting on my story. I still do sometimes certain things, but I just changed the notion to, I would rather donate money to the Minneapolis fund, whatever it was called, or in the jail bond funds to help protesters get out. Because I feel like that's more effective than posting, certain things on social media sometimes.
100%. What were you about to say, Nige?
Oh, it was about, what he was saying about reaching the same followers. Well, that's kind of the point of spreading awareness. Say, for example, us three shared, the same post, and we might have mutual followers, but there might be, 100 different people you follow or, follow that I don't. Well, that's 100 new people that you could potentially reach out to. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. Especially if you don't have a big following, but I mean, just getting, cause then obviously if they see that, then they can share it. So, I mean, that's just kind of the whole point of it.
Yeah, no, essentially it makes sense, but it's what Johnny was getting at, or my fault, the kid.
It's all good. You good.
What the kid was getting at for that was that makes sense, or it adds up in the beginning, but it's after a while, it ends up being you're just preaching to the choir. You're literally talking to the same people, and yes, the same people might take your stuff and repost it, and then they're gonna hit the same people. It gets to a point where it's the amount of people that are I feel as though are learning or anything, it hits a peak, and then it starts falling off, because that's what's gonna be. Because at the end of the day, there's always gonna be the people who digging their heels, just either way, they're not gonna back off. They're not gonna get away from their point. For example, during one of the protests, there was like someone who got a bow and arrow and he shot someone. I'm like, yo, that's ballsy. With all those people around you, you really gonna shoot someone? Like, what the bow and arrow? Like, that's ballsy, bro. Cause like, to bring a bow and arrow, bro, you must be confident that you're like Oliver Queen type shit. Like, you're the arrow, like, you're the green arrow, bro. Or like, you're Hawkeye. That's what I'm saying, bro.
He thought he was nice for real.
I'm saying. He was all like, yeah, back in my high school days, I was part of the archery club.
We had an archery club.
I know you had an archery club?
Not in my school, bro.
Oh, I'm about to say, what the hell?
We didn't have that at my school.
Yeah, definitely not the 7.5.
I'm talking about, I mean, he's probably from the boonies, though. You not see how he was dressing? Man.
He's probably from Nova, yeah.
That's not the boonies, dummy.
No, I'm just saying he's probably from Nova.
Exactly. Probably rich as hell.
Definitely not, but I mean, if he was rich as hell, I'm not saying he should have brought a gun, but I'm like, if he's rich as hell, I don't know how he brought a bow.
He could have brought the FNN, the scar. I'm glad he didn't, but
oh my god.
Let me not.
Let's not get canceled already.
Yeah, no, let me stop.
All right. We don't support gun violence. Let me just
yeah, not at all.
Back on the snow on the bluff. All right. I'm going to say this, like, I'm going to say my issues and what I liked about the song, if I'm going to be honest. That, like, in both respects of me and, like, the public. Because, like, the only, like, actual, I think, issue I had with the song, I had two. One of them was, like, J. Cole said in the very thing, niggas be thinking I'm deep. Nigga, you are deep. I don't care what you say.
Well, I think he was just trying to say, like,
yeah,
there's
like,
people out there more deep
overhyping him. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
but, like, nah, fuck him. He's deep. And then like, this it wasn't something that I didn't like, but it was the part that other people didn't like. It was like the part that he was checking her tone.
The queen tone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't no me to think I'm above criticism, so when I see something valid, I listen. But shit, it's something about the queen tone that's bothering me. I didn't see like, and that was the one that people were using the most to say like J. Cole was like misogynistic or some shit. I was like, and me personally, I'm like, yo, I don't know. I grew up mostly with like a lot of sisters, so me, I'm like, if they're being like disrespectful, like just their tone, I'm gonna call them out on it. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just like as a person, if you want to have a dialogue, like that's because this is what this song was. It was like trying to have a dialogue rather than just like. Because no name was calling him out. This is more of a dialogue. It wasn't calling her out. It was like there was no actual point where he actually like disrespected her. And the fact that this is like the one that people could point to and say, "Oh yeah, it was disrespect," is crazy. It was this one, and then the fact that he was talking about, she strikes me as someone who's blessed enough to grow up in a conscious environment, and I read according to her Wikipedia, it seems like it. Doesn't seem like it doesn't.
Where she grow up?
All right. Let me. I don't want to make any mistakes. But it was like she had a mom, dad, both living there.
Like she came from a good household?
Huh?
She like came from a good household or something?
Yeah, for the most part. At least according to her wiki. It was like our early life, Bronzeville neighborhood of Chicago, raised by her grandparents until middle school. Oh, okay, it wasn't mom and dad, it was grandparents. But until middle school, then she went to live with her mother and new sibling. Her and her mother didn't get along. As a teenager, listened to blues, spent her time in mother's bookstore. And then she started writing poetry, took creative writing class in high school. As a teen, she spent a lot of time in like a U Media, which is a space for young artists to create a network. So I'm like, for the most part, it doesn't seem like a place where it's like, yeah, you struggling, like, you know?
Yeah, but it doesn't also seem like...
I'm not saying it was like easy, like, oh yeah, it's like a white neighborhood. Obviously not. Like, the fact that she was raised by her grandparents and then like her relationship with her mother obviously wasn't that good at the time, according to Wikipedia, of course, proves that there was like obviously some issues. But it's like, I don't know, when you compare it to like people like like at least according to like their discography and like what they talk about, J. Cole and Kendrick, like the type of like places that they grew up in, I feel as though that's what like J. Cole was more juxtaposing. Like I was literally like he was there watching niggas die, people like going to jail, like his father left, like Kendrick Lamar, he was a part of like a robbery and like when he was like got a job as a security guard, he helped rob the place. It was like stuff like that. So it's like,
and that was just like everyday life for them too. It's like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like she had more of an opportunity, if it seems like, than like them. Like it's like they were like more systematically oppressed in her, I guess, is a way. Not to say she wasn't, of course, and not to say it's like a black man had a harder life than a black woman, because like as we said in the other podcast, that's not the case.
I've said it. I think we both said it. Black women have it really the hardest in America, in my opinion.
I agree.
It's because, for one, this is a white country, and it's a white country ran by white men mostly. So, So, I mean, I didn't like when Cole used that line, the whole queen tone thing.
Really?
No, I didn't like that.
I didn't have a problem with it.
There was a better way to say that. Because I mean, I get what he was saying. I get what he was saying. He was saying, he's like, I understand you, but just like watch how you talk to me. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I mean, like that doesn't just make you look or sound good when you say watch how you talk to me. Like he basically, like, even though we might sit here and opinionate and think that she is inferior to him, that's basically what he's not implying, but like he gives off that vibe when he says something like that.
Okay, that's a possibility, but I don't, because like while you can say that, it's like I feel as though on equal terms, like if someone is like, if me and you are talking and then I like have like obviously a more disrespectful tone to you, it's like it gets to the point where it's like it's not going to even be a dialogue, because you're not going to want to talk to me if I'm just like being like borderline disrespectful. It's gonna make it harder to have a dialogue. So that's what I got from it. Now that like you saying that, I understand, but I don't know, because like I feel as though like obviously when he wrote that, the reason he added the like queen part was like to make it like to like kind of like fix it up. I agree with you. I don't think that he should have like included it, or like he definitely should have worded it differently. But I don't think that should be like a demerit, I guess. Like I don't think that should take away as much as it did. Because there's that, and then like the fact that like the struggle and everything, and then the fact that people got mad because he was saying that she should educate.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see the reason for that.
So here's my thing about that. A lot of black women on Twitter were kind of making a meme out of that. So you have J. Cole here, right? He's literally asking to be educated on a matter.
Yeah.
Now, yes, it's not No Name's job per se to educate J. Cole, who is a grown man. What is he, like 33, 34? He's a grown man. Yeah. He can do his own reading. However, at the same time, say if it were a white guy who had said, No Name, educate me on the matter. I think it's just because J. Cole is black, or he's mixed, so he's black, is why he got so much backlash for that. I think if it was a white guy who had said that in J. Cole's position, it wouldn't have been backlash.
No, I think it would have been more backlash, actually.
I don't think so. No, if a white guy would ask,
white guy telling a black woman, dude, I feel as though that would be terrible.
Not telling, he's literally asking to be educated. I don't see what's wrong with that at all.
I think I side with Nice on this.
Yeah, no, I don't think that there's anything wrong with it, obviously. But I'm saying I feel as though like, because like at least to me, the climate of like Twitter in general, I don't know, like at least at this moment and everything, it's like if a white guy is not sitting there and like saying, yes, I understand, like our people, like we did this, this, and this, then they're gonna get backlash on whatever they say. At least from when I was like reading through comments of like just other stuff, not like just this J. Cole stuff, because for the most part, I think white people try to stay away unless they were on No Name side. I saw white men definitely supporting No Name, trying to get brownie points or something. I don't know. But
I mean, I get what you're trying to say. But I mean, the way I look at it is, okay, there are like actual ignorant people out there who don't know much but what they're taught, and what a lot of stuff that what they're taught is normally false. And who's to say that's not what happened to J. Cole? I mean, obviously he can do, like I said, he can do his own reading and he can do his own digging for the truth. But to sit here and mock him for asking to be educated by No Name, it didn't make sense to me.
yeah,
That was the one thing that stuck with me between this whole back and forth was that part. I didn't get why he was getting clowned for it.
yeah, nah. Cause like for me, I personally didn't feel as though like I didn't think he was a person. Like he was saying that obviously she should, but I didn't think that he was actually like really personally asking her to educate him. I feel as though he was just saying this is what you like should be doing. Cause like the way that like, cause I followed her book club for a little bit last year. I don't really follow it that much now, but like.
Mhm.
And this is where I was gonna get into like the stuff that I did like that J. Cole had to say. It's like where he was saying like you're preaching to the same people like that agree with you. So it's like you're not really like changing minds in a way. Because when you're aggressive about something, you're not gonna change minds about someone. Because like I mentioned it in the last podcast, but I'm actually like trying to more fully explain it. It's like an actual psychological effect called the black backfire effect, where the more you keep pushing someone, the more they're just gonna dig into their like heels, into their beliefs, and they're not gonna they're not gonna listen to reason, nothing of that. And it's even more of like factor the more aggressive you are with someone, because like when you're aggressive with someone, they don't want to give you like even a little bit of that chance to be right. So they're just gonna dig in their boots and they're just gonna ignore anything that you have to say. And I feel as though that's what J. Cole was getting to. And then if you look like he alluded to kind of like I see when he was saying I see like more people like seeds or like basically you have to like let people grow in a sense, like hit the ghetto, start slowly planting your seeds. The fuck is the point of you preaching the message to those you already believe what you believe. And then like this is my favorite thing. I'm on some fucking retweet. Most people are sheep. I couldn't agree more, bruh. Cause like niggas really be retweeting, liking messages just to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
They just want to look. They want to just,
Yeah,
They want to
clicks.
keep up appearances on Twitter.
that's
You know,
Exactly.
most of them don't even believe the stuff they're liking or retweeting, but it makes them look good on Twitter. So why not?
Yep. Facts.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So I'm like, yo, he literally said that, and this is why I like J. Cole's better than No Name's, because I don't feel as though like No Name actually responded to J. Cole's. Like it wasn't even a response. It was just simply a diss to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like, because like I feel as though like J. Cole tried to open a dialogue and then she canceled it out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's another thing that's funny. I can't remember if it was No Name herself or just like No Name fans in her comments, but that was another thing. They were coming after J. Cole for not using, like you would think if you were to put out a song around this time, it would be about, you know, what's going on around the country, in the country.
Situation, like when he like, I 100% agree with them in that sense.
And
especially from him.
Well, what I was about to say was, so I don't, if it was No Name, it'd be even worse, but, you know, let's say just for this sake that she said, oh, he'd rather, I think it was her actually, she said, you'd rather diss me than talk about what's going on.
Oh yeah, the song.
Country. Right. Well, then she turns around and does the same exact thing. I mean, yeah, she was responding to him, but she could have easily taken the high road if she wanted to.
Yeah.
And she, instead of making a diss, she could have, you know, and she did talk a little bit about what's going on, but like we said earlier, that's something that J. Cole has been talking about since day one, really.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
Oh my goodness, bro. I'm sorry. I was looking at some of the joints. It's like J. Cole projects his insecurities on No Name, then Tone polices her. Or Tone. I was like, some of these headlines are crazy.
Now, one thing I did want to mention earlier, I didn't want to cut anyone off, that's why I didn't really jump in. But kind of going back to the Queen thing, one thing I can see with her getting mad about it, because I know, you know, we were kind of saying that at least he said, like, she's a queen. I feel like maybe not so with J. Cole, but I feel like nowadays, if someone says queen, yeah, it means a good thing, but sometimes they can also come with a sarcastic tone, like, oh, yeah, you're a queen or something like that. Like, just if he's coming with like, something that's going to be like your tone and he says queen before, it could all be like a sarcastic thing.
Yeah, no,
like kind of putting her down. And I don't think that's what J. Cole did, but that could be another like way she
interpretation.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like that line, if it like, because like that's what I'm saying. Like if we remove that line, would they would like I don't know if people would like if we remove that line, would people still? I would still feel as though there would still be people calling him out saying he's misogynistic.
No,
it would be less.
I think that line did it.
Like that was definitely the main one.
I think that's the main one. But it was like there was still a lot of people talking about the education portion though.
Oh yeah.
Like there was still a lot of people talking about that, and then the fact that like he did it like in this environment, like in this situation, especially because when he dropped it, the conversation moved like deeper from just like black people to black women.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like the timing was just terrible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One thing I want to talk about, because it's kind of the same related matter, is Twitter, but more so cancel culture on Twitter. When this was going on and they were trying to cancel J. Cole, I was like, for one, that's not going to happen. J. Cole, you're not going to be able to cancel J. Cole with this.
J. Cole's uncancelable.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
he's gonna have to be a bigot. Like he's gonna have to say Kanye West level shit.
I mean, but
I think anyone can be canceled.
But before this no name stuff went down, I mean, I thought J. Cole was like one of the least problematic rappers. Like he had done nothing wrong, really.
Yeah, people got mad at the Kanye disses.
I mean, are you talking about False Prophets?
False Prophets, Middle Child. He had one, I think.
Mm-hmm. I don't. The people that got mad were probably Kanye stans. Like I don't see why you. Shout out Drapes. But what was this? Yeah, cancel culture. That has to stop. Like there are people who legitimately do need to be canceled, but I mean, there are so many companies and people. It's about to get to a point where there's like going to be nowhere to eat because they're quote unquote canceled. I would be able to. Yeah. I saw the other day they canceled. What was it? Was it Hanes or Fruit of the Loom? I can't remember which one.
Loom.
Because they donated money to.
It better be Fruit of the Looms. I don't have any more. I don't have like one Fruit of the Looms, bro. But I got Hanes.
I think it was Fruit of the Looms. Because they donated to a conservative party like in 2012. I was like, okay, I think. People just have too much time on their hands and they like to do too much digging, and they'll find like the smallest thing and they'll make a thread and just keep piling up to the point where you can like, hey, maybe they should be canceled. Mm-hmm. It's annoying to me, really. Sometimes I have to take a break from Twitter, even though I love Twitter. I think Twitter is probably the best social media because of the interactions you can have on Twitter. But with those good also comes evil. So.
Yeah, and I agree with you on like the whole cancel culture. Like I do understand people do deserve to be canceled.
Right.
I don't feel like if someone says one thing or does one thing and literally just that doesn't like mean their entire timeline and whatever has to be blown up with cancel whoever and whatever.
Especially one thing I noticed is a lot of the times it's normally from like their like when they were like children, like. We're talking about 14, 15 years old. Like, for example, even though Tyler surprisingly has never been canceled,
on that.
For one, articles written about him.
Well, but you got to look at it. Tyler did it for shock value, and he was obviously a troubled youth, but for some reason he could never get canceled. I don't know if it's because he's done a complete 180 of his life. Like if you were to,
because the biggest things that a lot of people would get on him was like maybe woman hater and then like homophobic. But then like Frank, he's obviously not homophobic. It's like you can go get him for his lines, but it's like he obviously shows he's not. So it's like you can't cancel him because there's proof otherwise.
I mean, but like in his old music, like around 2012. Back when Odd Future was a thing. I mean, this man would rap about rape and
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like stuff like that. And I don't know. I mean, the man never got canceled. And I think
cancellation was like a big thing in 2012, though.
But I'm saying, like, even now, like,
because of like what he said back then.
Right, like as big as cancel culture is on Twitter now, this man still hasn't been. And I think it's because he has made a complete 180 of his life. Like if you were to play Flower Boy and then play, I don't know, Goblin or Bastard, you'd be like, is this the same person? Because I mean, I don't know. So maybe that is the reason, but I don't think everything and everybody should be canceled because of some. Now, sometimes they do be out of pocket. But I could see if it was like they were, grown to the point where they realized what they were about to do themselves. But if you're like 14, 15 and you saying nigga or something, I mean, I wouldn't say just a slap on the wrist, but don't try to ruin their whole career or life because of something they said 10, 15 years ago.
100%.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say one thing about Tyler maybe not being canceled. I didn't follow Tyler, and I still don't really. I'll be honest about that. I don't really listen to his music too much, and I never followed him when I was younger. But I do know, they had the Comedy Central show.
Loiter Squad.
What is it called? Yeah, Loiter Squad.
Yeah.
And that could be a big reason why he wasn't canceled because a lot of people did like it. I mean, I've watched it, like clips on YouTube or whatever. Yeah, and then, they might hear the music and be like, oh, well, he's saying this, but they also like the Loiter Squad, the funny side of Tyler. So that could be part of it too. But I don't know.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people who actually like dislike Tyler back. Like, even though during the Loiter Squad days, there were so many people who I know who were like, yeah, this dude's a piece of shit. And there was quite a bit of them. So I mean, I'd say like the people who really like Loiter Squad, well, either one had just a great sense of humor or were like Odd Future fans / stands. But then you have like the commoners who like if they were to watch a show, they'd be like, yeah, it's okay, and then they listen to his music, and they're like, yeah, nah, this guy's a piece of shit. So. I mean, yeah, that could be a reason, but I don't think so. I don't think that's the reason why he hasn't been canceled.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say now?
Yeah. My thing on the cancel culture, I wish that so number one, it's a part that I feel as though most of the time, when you it doesn't work. It doesn't feel like it works most or some of the times. Or it's when it does, even if it does, it's some of these people that they're canceling or still have the money to influence lobbyists. Just getting fired sometimes isn't enough because sometimes it ends up causing people to build more hate towards that group that they're already worst attacking. And then when they when they get fired and they build that more hate, and then if they're rich, they're just gonna help people like Trump's campaign, or another racist campaign and stuff like that, and help just make the community worse as a whole. That, and then my other thing about cancel culture that really pisses me off, when cancel culture makes a mistake, they never go and correct it. In the sense of, for example, when people cancel Johnny Depp because they thought that he hit his now ex-wife, and then there was little voice memos that came up, and it was proven that he didn't touch her. She was the one that was literally she would hit him. She and her friend shit on his bed apparently.
What the hell?
It's it's funny.
I didn't know that.
It's crazy. Yeah, no, it's she's apparently crazy, and after doing after looking at it further, this is not her first time having she's had a history of this, and she has yet to get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
At least to my knowledge now, Disney is still not giving Johnny Depp his role back in Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny Depp lost his job for something that he didn't do.
And still making those movies though?
Huh? Yeah, no, I heard they were making another movie actually.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know they were. That's what I was asking, but
yeah.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying. So it's y'all canceled him and then didn't take responsibility to own up to a mistake that was done, and this guy still suffered because of it. So it's sometimes it's people are too quick to like get on this cancel train, and I feel as though there's a problem. Like obviously, there are some times where you just have to be like immediate with it, but it's like I don't know.
So that's funny because the other day I saw that Justin Bieber was trying to get canceled, and it was a sexual assault allegation, and this man came with the receipts, and that like made my day because that's one thing I hate is when women want. I don't understand like well I know I understand why they're trying to chase a check, but like at the price of the demise of another man, his life, his career, that's just pathetic. You know, I mean. You making false allegations because like how do you feel after that? Like I want to know how that woman felt after Justin Bieber came with the receipts. Did she feel? I hope she felt bad. Like I hope she was completely.
I don't.
I hope she was embarrassed.
Yeah, no, she was definitely embarrassed.
I hope so because that's like she was trying to obviously chase a check. But say if those allegations were true, then or I'm sorry, say if like Twitter ran with it or social media ran with it and let's say it was a false allegation, but you know, everybody's assuming this is true and this man's career and his life, you know, takes a toll. Like, okay,
yeah.
You know, you get what I'm getting at. So it's like I'm here for women speaking out about their sexual abuse and you know all of that, but don't lie about that. Like that is one of my biggest pet peeves is when people lie about something that big because I don't think they realize the impact it could have on that other person's life, you know?
Yeah.
So when I saw that made my night. I was like, man, this man, I don't even like Justin Bieber like that, but that man came with like location screenshots.
Hey, you gotta have receipts.
Yeah, like this man was like, he was like on like first of all, that's the thing that got me was the fact that she lied and didn't even do a good job about it. Because the time that she said that it happened, that man was at a concert on stage, like, or it wasn't his concert or something. It was like a small venue, but he wasn't even like at a hotel or anything. Like if you're gonna at least lie, like please be better. 'Cause that's embarrassing. That was another little rant because yeah, that was kind of funny. It was amusing to me because yeah, that man came with a whole bunch of receipts. It's like good on him.
As he should.
But like that, and that's like the issue though. Like some people aren't able to like just be able to pull out those receipts 100%, which is makes it terrible. Like when they actually finally get the receipts, it's like too late. They already lost what they could possibly lose. Like in Johnny Depp's case, the voice memos or like the the phone calls didn't get leaked until like after he'd already lost his job and everything.
See, like that case that sucks. She ruined. Well, I wouldn't say she ruined that man's life or career. Yeah, he's obviously still pretty well off, but like you said, he Pirates of the Caribbean pretty much off this man due to something that was proved to be false, but everybody ran with it, and yeah.
One thing about cancel culture too that I just thought of. And it doesn't really, but it ties a little bit into what we were just talking about with the no-name thing, is you should educate yourself. Like, if you see someone saying cancel, let's say Justin Bieber, don't just go and tweet cancel Justin Bieber because they said it in kind of what we were saying also about just following trends. Go and see what people are talking about, see if there's evidence on both sides, and then make your opinion. If you feel like you should still be canceled, then I don't care, tweet it. But if you kind of, don't feel like it's right and if people are just running with this, then don't follow it. You should learn.
I agree 100%. Exactly. Do your own research.
Yeah. Stop following trends. Fuck
the trends, little bitch.
Gee, we might have to bleep those out.
Hey, I thought y'all said last podcast this was X-rated.
That was pretty violent.
I don't know how it's X-rated though because we ain't talking about fucking. But
I didn't mean X-rated. I meant like. Oh. I don't know why I said that. I'm horny.
Yeah, he changed it. I'm gonna have to bleep a whole bunch of this joint for YouTube. Y'all are monsters.
True.
I'm just a kid. I'm just doing me.
Yes, hey, yo, you got something releasing soon, don't you, the kid?
I do have a
Mr.
little
the
project
Kid.
coming out.
Technically tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I do have my first mixtape coming out. It's called No Kids Up. It's gonna have 8 songs, and just a little background about it. I've been rapping for about a year. I had an idea last year. I wanted to make a mixtape. Wrote 20 songs, and I was gonna condense it down to about 10 to 12. That whole thing fell through, and then I was planning on making a mixtape as soon as COVID hit because I had time on my hands with school being out. Which I did. I did record and was feeling okay about 8 songs out of 12. They all pretty much got scrapped except for one. And then I just went through a bunch of processes about trying to switch everything up. And then I finally did have like a week that I set aside. My bad. I had to take a breath. I set a week aside. I low-key, I burped, but I didn't want to say I burped.
That would have been better than saying you ran out of breath.
Yeah,
well, hey, I burped.
Talking. He said,
nah, I didn't even. But yeah, I set a week aside and I decided I need to, do a mixtape that I feel confident about. So I spent every single day just about maybe 3 to 4 hours just trying to get each song right. And I found an engineer who I really did like, and we worked together and we were able to get it done. So yeah, my first mixtape will be dropping tomorrow, June 26th.
Simple.
Yeah.
all right,
So
what's the name?
The name is called No Kids App. I don't know if you heard me. I said it before I started talking, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's got 8 songs.
keep up. That man said that was like one of the first things he said.
Exactly, fast.
You were just saying no kids app. He said I was.
Hey, No Kids App's the wave. No Kids App's gonna be the wave. But other than me having something released, I think there's someone else by the name Nige who has a beat tape releasing soon, if I'm not wrong.
Maybe. Perhaps.
Do we have any insight about that, or what's up?
Yeah, I was aiming for what's today? Today is the 25th.
Yeah.
I was aiming for the 3rd, but I don't know. I'm listening to a lot of these beats. Some of them are okay, some of them are not really feeling anymore, so I might push it back another week.
Just to perfect it.
Yeah, I want this to be a lot better than the first one. I think. Oh, by the way, it's called Out the Vault. This one's coming up. It's going to be volume 2. The first volume was okay. Now looking back on it, I was proud of it when I put it out. But looking back, it was just okay. I obviously could have done a lot better, put a lot more time and effort into it. But I mean, I guess that's what comes with just growing as a producer or artist, is realizing that a lot of your old work is just going to start looking worse. Yeah. Because, I mean, I'm looking at these beats that I'm making today, and I'm like, yeah, like, how come I've been making beats like this from the jump? And I'm like, well, I mean, I guess it's just growth, so it's just something you got to live with, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
But, I mean, honestly, this tape that I'm putting out soon should have been done. I just, for a little while, had no motivation to make music. Obviously, with what's going on in America, it took a toll mentally, emotionally for a little bit. So I don't know. Hopefully, I can get it out because it was supposed to be out. I was supposed to release it on my birthday, which for you guys listening may not know is technically. Well, yeah, 2 days ago.
Just say another day.
Ain't no one trying to do the math.
Yeah, the 23rd. I turned 20, the big 2-0.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Big boy.
Yeah, I didn't put out a tape, but I put out a Lucy. Yeah, a little throwaway track. You guys should go bump that, run that up. Maybe throw a couple verses on it or something. That's welcome. And yeah, keep a lookout. July 3rd or July 10th. That's when Out the Vault Volume 2 should be here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So on to the next topic at hand. I'm gonna let Nige introduce this one though.
What is that? Oh, I know you boys wanted to talk about dating apps, right? You
I'm a guest. I didn't know I wanted to, but about it.
you wanted to. You wanted to.
I mean, I'm open to the idea, but
Horny.
What?
Always horny. Well, yeah, I mean, dating apps. You got Tinder. You got Bumble. What's that one? What's that?
Just Clover, I think.
Clover. That's the one I always be popping up on my Snapchat.
Yeah.
I don't trust that shit.
I tried it for a bit, bro. Hey, wait. Let me. So, like, in the other podcast, there was a point around the ending where I was like, "Oh shit!" when Nigel was talking, and I haven't told Nigel's story either. So it's like, but so Nigel, remember the picture I sent you? The girl that made me say, "Oh shit."
Mm-hmm.
So like. I messaged her and then she was like, just talk to me on Snapchat because I'm not always on here. So got her Snapchat. And on her Snapchat story, bro, she had like prices.
Oh, he got caught up.
I didn't buy a single thing.
Buyer.
On
what,
God.
What was it? Like a bootleg OnlyFans?
No, she was selling.
Selling herself?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Like buy her for the night and you could fuck. Like,
Pretty
is
much.
that what you're talking about?
That's what I'm getting from this.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not an OnlyFans.
It's not an OnlyFans. It was like live. Like,
Bro,
she may have been one of those bots that are on Tinder though.
She was not a bot. I promise.
She was real happy. Did you see her in real life?
No. But like, I messaged her. I was like, dang. I thought you were you were a real person. She's like, I'm a real person, but I'm trying to get a check. I'm like, oh.
That's how they're meant to respond.
Yeah,
it's an algorithm.
My God,
exactly.
You should know this.
Coding and engineering for years. That's
exactly. You should know this. When prompted, whenever something's put in input, there's always
Listen, she's a bot for thinking I was gonna pay. That's true.
I mean, just out of curiosity, was she expensive? Like, what was she? I
don't
even know what this girl looked like. Nah, I just want to. Chasing a check. She better be charging like $200 an hour.
Honestly, I don't remember, bro. I saw the prices and I was instantly disgusted, bro.
As you should.
Yeah, I was like, yo, bro. Like, listen, I won't say off rip that there's like. I don't know. It's a weird subject. Like, for me, prostitution is like bad, but I can't say it's like terrible. Like, I would never get a prostitute.
I don't support it.
You said you would never date a prostitute?
Date? No, I would definitely never date a prostitute, my guy.
Oh, I mean, sometimes these girls that's all they can really do. Like, they
my
don't.
Guy, if I'm dating you, then you're not a prostitute anymore. You better show me. Like,
yeah, I'd hope so.
Listen, I don't care how much you're making, bro. If I'm dating you, you're not a prostitute. Maybe we can talk about you having an OnlyFans, but
I don't know. Usually, some prostitutes be making 6 figures by the end of the year.
So,
if they could put me in like a Lambo, I'm with it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I wouldn't either though. It's kind of a
like it's like even deep down inside, bro. You're like you got to be thinking, bro. Dang, was that better than the nigga that she had an hour ago?
Yeah, you kind of just have to put.
That she knows how to fake it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I mean, shit. If you just try and get your nut, I guess you're trying to get your nut. You don't really be caring about how she feels about like sex.
Mm-hmm. It's like dating a porn star.
Yeah, that's
I don't know how those guys do it. I don't know. Maybe they're into that kind of stuff.
Usually, the only time, like, I thought only like other porn stars you should date the porn stars.
Nah,
mm-hmm.
Like, they date right.
Dude, I think there was a porn star that was actually married to another porn star.
You talking about Johnny Sins?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I mean,
that's the one I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the one. Yeah.
That's like he's like the most popular dude. So I already know he's married to.
Doctor, bro. He's genius.
Bro, he's a doctor. He's an electrician. He's a teacher.
He's a partner. I think he was a student at one point too. His bald ass head. Would you say the kid?
I've never seen his videos, but I couldn't tell you. I saw him on TikTok for some reason, and he was dressed up as a doctor. So, yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
his doctor scenes are probably his best. I guess I don't know.
I don't know how like I could feel if like say some random guy. Okay, he's dating Riley Reid. Okay, she goes out
Definitely.
and like 11-inch dick,
Oh my god.
destroyed.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
hold on, and then she goes home at like 5 o'clock. 9 to 5.
I don't think.
That's not.
All right, go ahead. No, go ahead.
And then like you got him over here with like a 6-inch dick, and like I don't know how like I could feel like good about that if that was like I was in his position, because like
No, bro. It's not just that. Riley Reid, bro. It's not just 11 inches. It's 11 inches for each person.
Lord.
It's not just one person on the side. So you gotta count it up, bro.
You gotta count it up. Add up the inches.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like she be getting like maybe 22 sometimes, 33.
Hey, she probably got 66 before.
Oh my god.
I know you see that video of all the guys carrying her in that room.
I seen
Bro,
the meme joint, bro.
I've never seen the video.
Bro, I can't. Me personally, I don't think I could ever watch like a gangbang, bro. That shit just gross.
That's just weird. I don't think.
How could dudes even participate in that? Is that not like?
All
Is
right,
that not
wait,
like?
wait. All right, me personally, I would never do this. I
Right.
feel as though it's like, no, okay, because like, is it still gangbang when it's just two guys and one girl?
I think
So that's just a threesome.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it would still be considered one. I don't know. Me personally, I
pretty
would
sure-
never have a threesome with another guy.
I'm pretty sure there's like a science to this. I'm like there's like a certain amount of people involved.
Science
So-
is this.
Yeah, no, because I mean, if it's just two dudes, that's a threesome.
I'm
If
not
you
that.
have a person, it's a foursome. Then I don't know what you would call it after that, but
Nah,
Five-
bro, because like I feel as though like five some like it gets to a point where it's like it's an orgy versus like a gangbang.
Right.
I feel as though it really just only needs like okay, maybe not two guys and one girl, but if it's three guys, I'm calling it a gangbang. Because they are ganging up on her. She cannot move, bro. They've entered every single freaking entry point at that point. That at least they can fit in.
mhm.
So, would you consider a gangbang a train too, or would you call that different?
A train. Well, a train is just when like it's like when it's like a one at a time thing, like a single file line, but but it's like multiple people involved. So that's like its own thing.
I mean, I wouldn't. I didn't know what Na was thinking.
Wait, what? Train? Wait,
No,
did
no.
you actually be lining up to like when they?
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
It's not like an actual line, but like essentially, like essentially,
Yeah,
like it-
so like that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, yo, low key, would it still be a trade? Like, let's say they switch off. Like, at first the guy who's using her booty hole switches to her other hole. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to bleep somebody.
oh my god.
I don't
Like,
know.
if they switch off, bro, is it still a train? Like, if there's three people, like if they're going in a rotation, bro. It's like,
Yeah, it's like that's what a train is. It's like a rotation. Yeah.
Dang, bro.
Choo choo.
It's close, bro.
We got mad off topic.
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
Shit.
So yeah,
Them niggas are really horny, bro.
and quarantine got me acting up.
Exactly.
So what are y'all takes on dating apps like Tinder and Bumble? Like,
So-
oh, go ahead. You know, yeah.
I think if for certain people, they can be useful. Okay, like I'm gonna go with like not really a dating app, but like dating sites like Plenty of Fish. Like those are useful for people who are actually looking to date. And I would say even the same for Bumble. A lot of people in there I feel like are more looking for relationships. But like when you get to like the Tinder, and even I will include Bumble in this also, like you can't expect everybody on there to be looking for a relationship. And I feel like there's people who, like, if you say, you know, like one of the main questions people tend to ask on Tinder, for example, is be like, so what are you looking for? And I feel like if you say, you know, I'm just here looking for hookups, people get mad at that. And like, you know, I know that's not how you're supposed to use the app, but that's how people use the app. So you can't really get mad about it. That's why.
Yeah. I think it's Bumble. Yeah, Bumble does a pretty good job on that, because I know there will be like a filter where it's like if you're just looking to hook up or if you're actually looking to date. I think Tinder should incorporate something like that. But though, I mean, honestly, Tinder, I think people use Tinder mostly for hooking up anyway. I mean, yeah, there's some times where people end up turning it into something real, but for the most part, I know a lot of people just go on there just for a quick hookup or something.
It's just convenient.
So, yeah. Should we put them on?
Let me get in here right before y'all put them on real quick. Funnily enough, like for me, it's weird because like what the kid and you were saying, like y'all be looking for hookups, and like for some reason, like most of the time, like most girls don't want to do hookups with y'all, right? Like, would you guys usually get a lot of hookups, people who are willing to do hookups, or other way, or like people who are looking for relationships on Tinder?
I see both. I mean, you know, sometimes like the people who they won't outright say it, and you know, you also get the people who won't message back who are looking for hookups. You know, I guess they swipe right for no reason, and then
I
you know
hate those people, bro. What's the point of swiping right if you're not going to talk?
Exactly.
They do the old Johnny method. They just swipe right on everybody.
Hey,
girls don't do that, bro.
Get fucked up though.
Like, bro,
Wait,
honestly, I low key be thinking, bro, I want to make a fake Tinder and get on these girls' schemes, bro. Because like I know plenty of girls that would be making bank just by sending like beach pictures that are already on their Instagram. But like, some people be sending feet pictures, bro. Not even it's like on Tinder, bro. Like people be having their Cash App in their bio or be texting people their Cash App, bro.
I hate that shit.
Oh, it's because all the simps feed into it. They actually give them money.
Well, that's what I'm saying, bro. Making a fake account, who gonna stop me?
Well, you'd have to create a whole. Well, no, you'd have to create a whole identity. Like you'd have to get a Cash App with that name. I'm pretty sure you have to get a new number for the Cash App. It's a lot of work.
No, it's not. I already got a Pinger account. Fuck you mean?
A Pinger account?
Yeah, it's one of those like text-free accounts, bro. You get
those
number and everything.
Those don't work. Wait, will that work?
I'm pretty sure it works on Tinder. I can still use my same Cash App. Cash App doesn't tell you the gender. Bro, I might have to, bro. Because like that's a tax like free quarantine check, bro. Like
I think more.
Oh wait, so I gotta tell y'all, bro. We talking about quarantine checks.
Yeah.
So I went to Twitter today, right? And I tweeted, I just want me a sugar mama. About an hour later, right? This lady, she likes it. I'll get into the details in a minute, but she liked it. Then she followed me. I followed her back. I checked out her page. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's a fake page. I mean, she doesn't have any like pictures of herself or anything except for her profile picture. But I followed her back, right? And then she hit me up. She was like, "Hey," and she started asking a whole bunch of questions. And I'm like, "Okay, this is very like bot-like because like a human doesn't talk like this." Like she said, "Where are you located, dear?" Like who the hell talks like that? Especially a black woman. A black woman does not talk like that. So I was just telling her, and I didn't give her specifics. I just said Virginia. So then she said, "You'd be getting a daily allowance of $200."
Bones.
200 beans, 200 bones, 200 smackaroos.
For what? What do you have to do?
That's what I asked. I was like, no, not even that. I was like, I sent the shocked face emoji. I was like, what would I have to do? And she said, just converse and you'd be helping me with my business. And I'm like, uh-oh. So then she started asking, who do I bank with? Now, when she asked that, I was like, all right, this is starting to look more and more like a scam.
Yeah.
So I told her who I banked with, because that's pretty harmless. So I said Langley. And then she asked more questions about myself, like how old am I? I told her, and then she said, "Have you ever had a sugar mommy or daddy?" I was like, "No, I was hoping you could be the first."
Hey, it's that guy.
Smooth moves, bro. Smooth moves.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I was like, I could be talking to a real person or a bot, so I'm just gonna act like it's a person, you know.
Yeah.
So then she was like, "What bill seems difficult for you to pay?" So then obviously I brought up school and, told her I'm about to be paying rent. Then she asked how much it costs. So when she asked this, I was like, actually, this may not be a bot. Cause she's actually like being inquisitive, like deeper than just surface level questions.
Yeah.
So she asked, I told her how much, and then she was like, I could help with that. And then she actually said what her name was. I'm not going to say her name. Then she said what she does. She's a cryptocurrency trader. And I was like, oh, she's one of those. And then she was like, she's 40. She said she lost her husband 3 years ago. I was like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. So yeah, then she was like, I'll be sending you pictures of my check to deposit. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. Like, oh, she mean business. And she asked for like this was weird. I was actually kind of scared when she asked this, because I was like, I think this is the scam happening. But she asked for a picture, of like my deposit check screen in my mobile app. That was weird, because all it says is like the check amount and then deposit. Like, it doesn't say my account number or anything.
Yeah.
And then she asked for my full name and then my number. So that was that. Then she said, I'll text you tomorrow. Now,
I hope you moved all your money over to a different account. Cause
well,
You
that's
get drained.
that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what I don't know. If that's not like, she doesn't have any information. Like, I made sure of this. Like, I thought this out. I was like, she doesn't have any information to access my account. Because even if, let's say she,
my phone
no,
number.
she has my phone number and my name. That's the only thing important. But with Langley,
You would need social.
like, yeah, Langley, you need your social. You need the address that I stay at, which she could find, but it'd still be, I wouldn't say it'd be hard. She could easily figure out my address.
Yeah.
But yeah, she need my social, she need my address. There's a lot of verification that have to go through than just my phone number and my name. So I will keep you guys updated with that, but
I hope you're good. I
Me
hope you
too.
don't get drained.
Pause, but yeah, 200 bones
My
a day.
horny guy. I hope you do get drained.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, it sounds too good to be true, so I'm still believing that it is. But like I said, I'll keep you updated with hopefully good news, because I did ask and the Lord said, you shall receive. So I just wanted to share that. That's the story of the day for me.
Hey, 200 bones a month?
No.
Or 200 bones a week? Or a day?
No.
I can't
Day,
even talk.
day,
Yeah. That's like an average of like 6,000 a month.
Right.
Pretty good.
I know.
If it's not captivist.
It's not. That's not going to stick.
Activist. Oh. That's
If it's not Kizap.
All right. We'll let it slide since that's the tape name.
Exactly. You can't diss the tape. No Kizap dropping tomorrow.
Man. But nah, bro. I'm gonna say this, bro. You might get schemed, bro.
How? How can I get
Yeah.
like?
Okay, so what they can do is that
I wanna hear
and
it.
this happened to one of my family members. What people do is that if she sends you a check and then you get it deposited into your account, what she can do is that later, if she reports it as like, I don't know if it's like being report, like I don't remember exactly if it was like being reported as fraud, but if it gets reported, then it's gonna take the money that she put in there, and she's gonna take some extra money out too, I believe,
I don't know how that would work.
as a penalty.
The
Because
penalty
Or
for Langley is like $30. So if you're telling me that there's a chance, I could actually I don't even think it's that much. I think it's
It might
like
be
10
a
like
percentage. No, but it might be a percentage because it's fraud.
uh,
That's what I'm saying.
One thing it could be too is like it's just I don't want to say fraud again, but like the checks might not have money in them and they could bounce. And if they bounce, it's gonna hurt her, but you could get charged like a fee for that.
So here's the thing about that. So with Langley, either for that to work in her favor, what I was saying was she would have to pay me like a lump sum check, like 200. Like if it was a percentage of 200, say if she was to send me 200 every day, and she would try to report it as fraud. Well, she can. Well, actually, she couldn't even report it as fraud because that goes back to what I said. She'd still have to do verification to even say that's her account. So I don't see what's her game if this was a scam. She still has to get she hasn't asked for my account number. Obviously, she doesn't know my social. So she has my name and my number. That's really the only credible piece of, or the really only, I guess, important piece of information she has.
Nah, it's because the way she might do it, like, because what she might do is that there's like a thing, like, I don't know if it's like other stores do this, but I know Walmart is what happened to my like family that actually got scammed. It's like they would like tell you to deposit money, and especially since it's cryptocurrency, so that's her like job and everything. If she like makes you like do something, like you have to put the money that she sent you on a certain website, or you have to send it around using the Walmart system that they have. That's going to affect you because it's like it's going to take the money straight from your account and it's going to send it to her. And then afterwards, then she can also report fraud, get the money that she had sent you back as well, and then you're in the negatives.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not an idiot. I realize when something.
For you, it's the viewers as well, bro. Some of these niggas might be stupid.
Yeah, because like at this point, there hasn't been anything that I won't say there hasn't been anything. There's a couple things that were fishy, but like so far, I haven't given her anything that So, but like you said, if it comes to that point, and I'm like, all right, that doesn't like if it's just her sending me a check and depositing it, and I'm depositing into my bank account myself. I don't see how that could be. I don't see how she could come up on that. I don't see where the schemes, because she has my number, she has my name. But if she wants to report fraud or get into the account, she would need two things: my member number or / account number and my social. And she has neither. So,
one thing she might want for fraud.
Yeah, you do. You need social. Maybe not with your bank, but
I've reported fraud before, my guy.
Are you with Langley?
But no,
you can still report fraud.
Yeah, no, like you don't need to have Langley to report fraud on someone else's bank.
Nigga, I know. Wait, what?
No,
what are you talking about?
She would if she would have to report fraud, so she would have to go to
she would have to report
her bank, not at Langley.
No, that doesn't make sense.
I
get what you're saying.
Contacts Langley.
Okay, look, I get what you're saying. So you're saying that she would contact her bank saying I stole her checkbook and deposited into my account, and she would call it fraud. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
It could possibly work, but it could possibly backfire on her, because then I would also have receipts. Like if fraud can turn into a case matter. So if she were to try to take me down, I'm gonna be screenshotting everything. So if she sends me
100%, check, but if this is a fake account. Let's say this is a fake account, because the thing about fraud is that it's like, okay, let's say that this is not her real name, this is not her real account. Even like, it doesn't matter if as long as she herself was not the person that did it, she can still report fraud. So if those screenshots don't prove that it was the same person, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. So it's just something you gotta be careful about.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It sounds too good to be true, and it probably is. I'm gonna see what happens tomorrow. So I guess tomorrow would be like the test run. I would say I probably I don't know if there would be a way to move my money to the point. I mean, no, that'd probably be even more fishy. But I don't know. Like I said, if this were to turn into she tried to report me as fraud and it turned into a case matter, they can obviously pull up phone records like, because she said she's gonna text it to me on my number.
Okay.
It's not gonna be through Twitter. So she could, unless she has 2 phones, 2 numbers, but that can still be traced back to her. So
and they actually never found the person that did it to my family. So
it's because he probably never took it to court.
I mean, yeah, maybe. But you're back,
Hey,
so
what you could do
how much is
though,
the court really
because I
helping?
thought about this kind of as Now was talking. One thing, I doubt she's even thinking close to anything like this. But if someone wanted to be, masquerading, I'm not telling anyone listening to this to do this, but she might, send you like a few checks to like prove that she's actually about it, and then she'll try and get more information. I know you wouldn't give her more information, and then she would finesse your stuff. Because that could probably work with some people. But one thing you could do is you could just like, try and ask her where she's from, and then because I watched videos of like a guy like catching scammers on YouTube. There's something you can do. It's called, the website I think it's called Grabify, and it can create a link for you, and then you just like say she says, "Oh, I live in California or San Francisco." Let's just say San Francisco, and then you say, "Oh, do you live near like a random like I don't know like store?" And then she's like, "What's that store?" You send her the link with the Grabify link, and what that does is if she clicks on it, it will tell you like her IP address, what kind of like system she's on, if it's a computer, phone, whatever. It's going to tell you her location, all that kind of stuff. And then you can see if she's captivist or not. I didn't mean to say captivist, but just cap or not.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, but we're gonna have to start wrapping this up, guys. So I'm just gonna pose one more question. We're not getting into details, but let's just say it. All right, who do y'all think is gonna win the NBA Finals? By the way, Avery Bradley left, so JR might be coming as a replacement though. But that's
wait, what happened?
Avery Bradley, yeah, he's not gonna be playing because of his son's illness.
Yeah, I peeped that. I think you said Bradley Beal. I was about to say, hold on.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Yeah, so I still got Lakers in 5.
In 5. Okay. What about you, kid?
I have a few options. I don't want to get into it deep.
Nah, bro, you gotta pick one.
I still think the Clips have a good chance, so I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah, Clippers. I'm going with the Clips because I feel as though the Clips have a pretty good lineup to build the wall again.
Yeah,
and they
have Kawhi. They have Kawhi.
Oh, it's not just, Kawhi was not like Kawhi. It wasn't like Giannis shot less efficiently, but it was like it was an entire team thing.
Two things. Two things. One, I didn't know we were getting into details, and two, you're automatically putting the Clippers in the finals when they still have to get past the Lakers. Like you're saying,
the Lakers have to get past the Clippers.
Yeah,
I know, but you're already talking about. You said Kawhi can stop Giannis. You got to worry about them stopping Bron and AD first.
Man, Pat Beverly stopped LeBron before.
Pat Bev. My God.
And then in the first game, LeBron and AD combined for a total of 4 points.
In the first game.
In the fourth quarter. Let me finish, my guy.
But all right, but details. First game.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I do have one thing to say. This is the only thing that can change my mind, and it's one big factor because it's between Lakers and Clippers for me, honestly.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, so I would say the only big thing is since we've been on quarantine, a lot of rest. So I'm hoping Paul George is 100%. Now, if he's not and he gets injured, I'm saying Lakers. But I'm assuming that entire team is going to be healthy. I'm going with Clippers. That's a big.
My only issue with the Clippers is that these guys, they have the same issue as the Celtics last year. That's the only detriment of the Clippers. They're too deep, and everybody's going to want shots. So it's going to be a problem because then people are going to start taking less efficient shots just so they can get their points up.
Yeah.
I can see
Lakers in 5.
I don't know, bro. In 5. But that's the show for the day. All right. Hit the road, bitches.